Welcome back, everyone. I'm Cindy Kennedy, and I'm very excited to talk with this gorgeous woman beside me. You might notice that I've got a special little black boa, and she's got a special little thing in her hair, because we are talking partly about sensuality and also about being able to own more of who you are, which is one thing when it comes to being able to embrace more of your sensuality that you actually get to feel and experience within yourself. So today I have my gorgeous, lovely guest. She is known by two names. By day, she is known as Renee, and by night, you are
Lulu Liqueur.
Ooh, I love it. Makes me thirsty for a little sip. So the reason I brought Renee today is that Renee has a beautiful story about being able to take a certain art form that she enjoyed, but being able to actually embrace something else that allowed her to really step into who she really is and give it full voice and expression. So I'm going to let her tell you more about the story, but I'll be here just to guide. So thanks so much for being here, Renee.
My pleasure.
Oh, so one of the things that I would love for you to share is, because I haven't said what the art form is that you are just really embodying right now. Can you just share with people what it is and how you actually got involved in it?
Sure, no worries. So I got involved in burlesque about 2 years ago, and burlesque is really about the art of tease. So I guess it isn't, stripping. It really is about.
It's good to know, because a lot of people think that it's about stripping.
That's right.
And it's not.
It's really about, the art of tease. There is a sense of performing, but it's also about, celebrating being a woman and being able to do fun things as well, like, dressing up, and I guess it really does have that vintage element to it.
How did you get into it?
So I got into it by, I do have dance training.
As a contemporary dancer, right?
Yes, yeah. And then, went along to a performance. Girlfriend said, let's do a course together. And we did that. And from there, I guess, just started, did a couple of solo classes, and then joined a troupe, which is amazing, and get to do various performances and teach classes.
And now this isn't how it always happens,
no.
right? It doesn't always so happen that you try something and within a very short time you are now in a troupe and doing solos and even festivals, which we'll talk about a little bit later, which is exciting. But I think what's so beautiful to see is that I've known Renee for a few years, and I knew you as a beautiful contemporary dancer, and got to watch you one time, which was gorgeous. But what's the difference for you from going from contemporary into burlesque?
I guess burlesque, probably when I started that, I felt like it was the first style of dance that was me. Like, it felt like I was able to bring my own personality into my routines, and to be able to choreograph my own pieces and create my own storyline, and I guess do a style of dance that felt comfortable with my body as well. So, yeah.
And so in contemporary, that wasn't the case. Was there a part of you that felt wasn't able to be fully expressed and voiced? Like, you just didn't quite fit so much in the world? Was that what you felt?
Yeah, I guess, and I still to this day love doing contemporary, but I guess there is a certain style and body shape that you do need to be to get to a certain level, and with burlesque, that's kind of thrown out the door. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a certain size or shape, or even, look or style, I guess. But so burlesque really allowed me to embrace and just be myself, and be really happy and confident with my body as well.
Which is one of the most powerful things when we think about sensuality. Often a lot of people actually confuse sensuality with sexuality.
Yeah.
You're not going to be a very sexual person. Well, sensual is different. And what I'm hearing from you too is part of being sensual is also being able to embrace who you are.
Yes.
And being able to give it full expression.
Yeah.
And I think it's really great for us to give ourselves permission, even if it's something that we're really good at. Like, you were a really beautiful contemporary dancer. But if you're feeling like you can't really bring all of you to something, to give yourself permission to follow something else.
Yeah, definitely. And I think yeah, there were aspects of my personality that, you know, I was able to, yeah, bring into my routines. And it's not even that, you know, with burlesque you need to be an outgoing person or anything like that. It's not. It's whether, you know, you are shy. It's a form of expression of, yeah, you as a person, and being celebrated for that in whatever shape or form that comes in.
Now, was anyone surprised, or was anyone surprised that you actually got into burlesque?
I think most people would say probably no, but I think the people who were maybe shocked the most, I'd probably say would be my parents and my sister, who I'm really close with. But you know, I guess I was somebody that would never go to the beach in a bikini. I just didn't feel confident at all. I felt really self-conscious. So when I told them, you know, I'm about to do burlesque on stage on my own, and that, you know, I would be doing, you know, certain reveals tastefully, they were really shocked, and I think maybe perhaps didn't believe that I would. But yeah, no, my mum and my sister came along and watched the performance, and yeah, we just...
What was their first feedback? Like the first time they see you? Because let's just get really clear when we talk about reveals, right?
Yes.
So a lot of people don't know exactly, okay, well, how much do you show?
Yeah.
And what? So truly, what would probably be, I'm going to be honest, like what is the fullest nakedness you actually get?
I think in the Perth scene, it is going down to pasties, which I guess, yeah, tassels over the bust area.
Yes.
So I guess, yeah, a little bit nerve-wracking for myself as well to, you know, for family to see that. But I guess they came away from the show and went, you know what, it was completely different to what I thought it was going to be. And it was a fun show. It was a great night out. And yeah, they were super proud, I guess, of everyone that performed as well, and said it was, yeah, really
amazing.
Yeah.
No, that was your mum and sister.
Yes.
Right. So has your dad seen you dance?
Yes, he has. He didn't come along to the first performance because I think he felt a little bit awkward about it, and I felt a bit awkward as well. And I thought with the first one, let's just see how it goes, you know. But yeah, he came back, and my, you know, mum and sister were raving about it, and yeah, he came along to the next one, and now.
Were you a little bit nervous knowing that your dad was going to be
out there?
Yeah, I think most of us would be.
I was really nervous, yeah, definitely, and yeah, no, he came along and has been at every other show, and
you told me he's taking photos now with
with the rest of the girls, and you know, my daughter does this, and yeah, it's really lovely. So
that's really stunning. That's really stunning. You know, I think when you mentioned that, a lot of people weren't that surprised. You know, I've known Renee for a few years now, and I've been able to see this gorgeous woman stepping into more even into who she really is, and I think there's signs. You know, I've shared this with you before, but I do believe that we all leave signs for ourselves on different pathways we can take to express even more of ourselves, more of our own joy. And Renee has, to be honest, I mean, you look stunning today, but Renee's always kind of dressed like this. It's not that she's done this because we're doing an interview and talking about burlesque and sensuality and owning yourself, but you've always had this love of the 40s and the 50s, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's so beautiful to then see you up on stage, 40s and 50s, and many other things. It's not just that, but it really, you don't have to have that to even enter burlesque. But for you, that was already an aspect of self.
Yeah, and to be able to, I guess, just go, you know, fully into it, be able to express it was, really exciting. And I'm surrounded by an amazing group of girls who, you know, feel exactly the same way. So yeah, it's an amazing community.
So when women actually decide to try burlesque, right? Because you teach now, right?
Yeah.
So as a teacher, what are probably the main kind of concerns or fears or thoughts that probably run through a lot of the women's minds who come to take your class?
I guess they join for various reasons, but I think some of the women feel like they want to do it, to do something for themselves, you know, and they've heard about burlesque and would like to try it, but, you know, not so sure, or, you know, perhaps maybe body conscious, come along to the class, and, yeah, it's a great atmosphere, it's supportive, and that's what it's about. It's about, you know, being able to have fun, to be able to do a routine and to learn something new, and being able to express yourself as well. So even if you're sure, like, I want to try, I'm not sure, or not feeling maybe as confident in yourself, just to be able to have that time out, and I don't want to say to find yourself, but maybe to fulfill a part of yourself. And yeah, and I think from everyone who does do our performances, if they choose to, they have that sense of fulfillment. Yeah.
I think one thing that I actually had a chance to try a few little classes, like little 15-minute, before a lot of classes run, they let you do like little tasters.
Yeah.
And I remember getting in there and I was nervous. I was like, I don't know how to do a bump and grind and all this crazy stuff. But I think one of the things that really surprised me was there's such a playful intent. And when we're playful, I think there's a lot of aspects of ourselves that do come out.
Yeah.
And that's when we go, oh my gosh. And what I'm hearing from you is that there's a really beautiful community.
Yeah.
So you're held in safety, and it's also a space of exploring and fun.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, it's not about finding yourselves, but I think when we're playful and we feel safe in the playfulness, that aspects of ourselves do come out that we might go, oh my God, I didn't know that. You know, in fact, I actually met this beautiful woman at one of your performances. And if everyone, a few months ago, I wrote a little bit about her. This beautiful, very voluptuous woman was sitting beside me at one of your performances. And we got chatting, and I asked if she had done burlesque. She goes, no, but I did do a hula hooping class. She goes, I've never had a hula hoop. And, you know, when we were kids, I used to hula hoop like the cows come home. I tried it recently. I lost it. It's not easy, at least not for me anymore. And this woman said that she absolutely could not believe that how well she took to hula hooping, and she'd never been athletic and never really been that connected with her body. And there she was in all of her joy, just hula hooping hoops around everybody else, and just feeling so good about herself and what her body was doing.
Yeah.
And her eyes were just shining, and I thought, wow, how cool.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the girls, you know, come along and absolutely, you know, get nervous before a performance. I still get really, you know, nervous before a performance. And then when they come off stage, it's that automatic, you know, let's go again, and I really want to do it. And they've only been with these other girls for 6 weeks, you know, sometimes in a course. And by the end of it, it's like they've known each other for years. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like they all support each other and encourage, and they want to see each other do well, and for whatever reason that they're there for.
And that's one of the biggest things that as women, we thrive when we support each other.
Yeah.
And wow, talk about using your body, maybe showing a little bit of your body that you normally wouldn't, in a way where other women are supporting you.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is, yeah.
I can really see why burlesque would open up the doors to a lot of women.
Definitely.
So in terms of sensuality, how has you embracing more of yourself through the art form of burlesque increased your sense of sensuality within yourself?
I suppose it's given me more confidence, in the sense that I suppose I'm more happy with who I am, you know, going from that person who, you know, wouldn't wear a bikini. I'm really proud of now, you know, when someone says, oh, you know, you're a curvy, you know, girl, I'm like, thank you, that's a huge compliment. I think that's fantastic. So, yeah, I guess confidence and maybe a sense of pride and encouragement to help other women as well. Because like you said, I think it's so important to support other women. You know, we all have personal things that go on in our lives, and I think if, you know, we can just support each other with body confidence, which I think is a big issue. But it's not even just about that. I think it's that sense of fun and being able to let loose. Yeah, I think that's probably changed. Yeah.
So, and I think I mentioned this at the beginning, but sensuality, sometimes we think it's sexuality, sometimes we think, I mean, to be honest, I feel pretty sensual with this boa around my neck. There's something about the soft feathers that makes me just kind of want to purr. But sensuality is also acceptance of self, and like you said, pride and confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think when you feel that, you feel strong, and sensuality is actually about inner strength.
Yeah,
Truly.
definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that, and I feel like with some things, you know, that have come up in my life, that because I felt more comfortable with myself, that's allowed me to feel that I could be maybe perhaps stronger for other people, because maybe, I don't mean this to sound all soppy, but I believed in myself a little bit more, and yeah, just felt content. So I think if you feel like that in yourself, then you can't help but share that with other people and want them to feel the same way as well.
So because of the desire to be able to want to continue supporting women on their journeys, what's the one probably main thing you've learned thus far, or that you're still learning, but you've learned some and that you want to go back, contribute back? Can you share it maybe in a way of it's just, if there's one message you could give women right now, in terms of sensuality, in terms of owning themselves, what would that be?
I suppose it would be just thinking about yourself and how comfortable or uncomfortable you feel, and setting a goal for yourself and just giving it a go, because I think, you know, there's always something that we fear. But to be able to do that and have that sense of achievement, whether, you know, it could be something as small as, you know, going to the beach, you know, in, like, it doesn't have to be an oval bikini, but just setting that goal for yourself and, yeah, giving it a go, and surrounding yourself with people who will support you. And even if, you know, you do have that community, but even if you don't, you know, and I'm not saying that you have to go, you know, and do burlesque, but be in an environment that allows you to explore yourself a bit better. And yeah, I think just give it a go. And yeah,
great words of advice. And that's part of the reason why Renee are doing what we're doing, you know, to be able to offer that support, whether it's through an interview like this, through taking a class, through coaching or programs, because sometimes we don't have that community around us, and we need to keep creating it. So it's always good to know that you're not alone.
Absolutely.
So what I think we need to do now, everybody, is Renee and I need to do a little change, because she's going to lead me through a few classical burlesque steps, right?
Yes.
So if I can do it,
Oh, shush.
anyone can do it. So stay tuned, because we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Lulu Liqueur.
And I'm Ginger Snap. and today Lulu Liqueur is going to teach me and you a few burlesque moves.
Thanks, Ginger Snap. So our first move that we're going to do is called the bump. So the bump is a traditional burlesque move. So we're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, pop our hands on our hips and bend our knees slightly. We're going to then lift our hip up to the left and bend down and pop it out to the right. And then bend down again and pop it out to the left.
How's my pop?
Your pop's pretty good. Let's do it again. So bend, pop, bend, pop, bend, pop. Excellent. So really just wanting to move those hips from side to side. And it could be just a little pop, pop, or it can be a real bump and bump. Excellent.
Oh yeah.
So the next move we'll do is called a grind. So again, same placement as our bump. Hands on our hips, bend our knees, and popping our hip out to the right like our bump, but then straightening both of our legs and just grinding our bum. So making sure that our booty is out of the back and just popping our bust out at the front, and ending so that our hip is out to the left and all the weight should be on our left foot there. Okay, and standing up straight. And let's do the reverse. So popping our hip out to the left, popping it out and around.
I'm good at this one.
You're very good at this one. And standing up straight. Excellent. Let's also do a shimmy. Shimmy's one of my favorites. So hands by our side.
And I will just tell you right now, I'm a little nervous that I'm showing a little.
That's okay.
But if I can do it, you can do it too. All right. Okay.
So
shimmy.
let's bring our arms in, our shoulders in by our side, hand out loosely. And all we're going to do is starting with our right shoulder, just moving it forwards and back. So we're just alternating. And as we're doing that, we're just going to get slightly faster until we get into that shimmy. Excellent. So there's our little shimmy, and we can lean just a little bit forward.
Sure, yeah, just show the
Just
cleavage.
a little bit of a teaser, and then back. Do a little bit on the side.
Ooh.
And back. So with this next move that I'm about to show you, same thing. You want to make sure that it's jiggling. So if you're feeling bits of your body moving,
I'm feeling
excellent. That's
everything moving.
Excellent. All right, so let's then do one of my favorite moves, which is called the milkshake. So I think so the audience can see this full angle.
Come show.
We're just going to move, face the side here, and just starting with our right foot, just going to alternate our feet. So let's put our hands on our hips, and then just stepping until we get a little bit faster.
Watch her, not me.
And speed it up until you're just moving from side to side. And then I want you to lean just a little bit forward, so then your tush is moving. See?
Oh, you got that thing moving. Mine's going anyways. You don't need a little fuzzy thing. You can just get your ass moving. Oh,
And
yeah.
pop your hands out straight to the front. And let's just turn to the back to the audience. Exactly
Here's the
what
full
we're
rear
doing.
view. Oh, yeah.
Now just pop your head over your left shoulder. Give the audience a little bit of a wink. And there you go, guys. That's called the milkshake. So that's a little bit of the traditional, I guess, bump and grind, and then shimmy, and then a milkshake.
So we put it together.
Let's put it together.
Okay. And you can do this with us, okay?
Yes.
Pause it for a
Let's do it.
minute. Go get a little sexy outfit. Show a little cleavage just like me. Or beautiful, more cleavage like Renee. No one has to watch you do this. Or get some girlfriends together. Okay, here we go. Sensual women owning themselves.
Excellent. So let's start with our hands on our hips, and we're going to start with 2 bumps. So a bump to the right, to the left, and then grind all the way round. Then stepping into the right.
Ooh, I like that.
And hip up, and present to our audience. And let's show them the shimmy that we did before.
Shimmy girls, shake what your mama gave you.
And let's add a little bit of a milkshake to the side. And there you have it, a few burlesque moves.
Give Lulu a applaud. Woo!
And ginger snaps.
Do you think I have a new career ahead of me?
I think you do, yeah.
Stay tuned. But actually, what I would love, just quickly before you guys go, you might actually go, God, you know what? I actually think this would be a lot of fun. So Renee, if people are here in Perth, where could they take a class and just give it a go?
Sure, so Sugar Blue Burlesque runs classes all around Perth. If you hop onto www.sugarblueburlesque.com, you'll be able to see all of our upcoming courses and shows and workshops as well.
And also, if you've never been to a burlesque festival or a competition, you have got to go. It's really amazing. Not just the dancers, which is incredible, but the people that go and the support and the hooting and hollering just to go, 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 women. So is there anything coming up now that people can go and see?
Yes, so kicking off in Perth on the 10th of July, we've got the Perth International Burlesque Festival. So we'll actually be having burlesque artists from all around the world actually coming over to headline the event, and of course all around Australia. We also have Burlesque as well, which obviously is the men doing Burlesque, which is fantastic.
That's amazing.
So if you want to find out details about how you can get tickets, just head to www.perthburlesquefestival.com. And you'll be able to find out about the performers and also some workshops. So why not learn from some of the international artists as well?
Absolutely. So gals, I hope you've had a great time. I hope you learned to shake and shimmy, like I said, a little bit of what your mama gave you. Feel a little more confident, and if anything, it's really fun, a little liberating. I first walked out and went, oh my God, but now I'm like, whatever. Not sure how it's gonna look with the bum shake at the back, but you know, it is what
Fantastic.
it is. So have fun keeping sensual selves, and can't wait to see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.